Morning sunlight streamed through the window cracks in Mumbai, falling on the dusty floor. I was in the kitchen, rolling spices for the curry, when my husband Arjun came in through the back door. The smell of mud and lake water clung to him, mixing with the heavy scent of jasmine, a fragrance that always twisted my heart, reminding me of childhood funerals. Priya. Look at this! Arjun's voice was full of excitement, but it felt strangely flat. He held up a huge snakehead fish, its eyes cloudy, scales still flecked with algae. I'm so lucky today. I'm going to cook you the best fish curry you've ever tasted. My hand froze. The spices I was holding tumbled onto the floor, making little yellow dots on the cement. My heart started racing. Slowly, I turned, my eyes wide, staring at the man in front of me. It was the same face, sun-kissed skin, dark eyes, but deep inside his pupils, a chilling darkness was lurking. What? What are you saying? I whispered, my throat suddenly bone dry. I said I'll cook fish for you. Arjun smiled, showing his perfectly white teeth. But the smile was stretched, unnatural, like a porcelain mask that didn't quite reach his soul. Arjun, I said, my voice trembling. I've been allergic to fish since I was 5. You know that. Even a tiny bite can make me break out in hives. I can barely breathe. You always remember. You always check every dish at the market so carefully for me. A strange look crossed Arjun's face. It wasn't surprise, but more like the discomfort of an actor who just forgot his line. It vanished in a second, replaced by that same forced smile. Oh, I'm sorry, my love. I must be tired from the trip. I just wanted to share my good luck with you. He put the fish down on the table, and his slimy hand patted my shoulder. His touch was icy cold. It sent a shiver right down my spine. I instinctively stepped back. Arjun, I said, trying to keep my voice steady, my mother passed away 3 years ago. You never met her. This time, there was no hesitation. Arjun's eyes darkened, like storm clouds gathering on the horizon. A heavy silence filled the room. The only sound was the drip, drip, drip of water from the dead fish onto the table. I know, he murmured, his voice low. But sometimes, the line between the living and the dead is thinner than you think. I froze, completely terrified. I wasn't sure who he was talking about anymore. The rest of the day was like a terrible play. I was the lead actress, pretending everything was normal while sheer panic was building up inside me. I had to know what happened. I secretly messaged Vikram, Arjun's closest fishing buddy. Vikram, did anything strange happen last night? Arjun came home. He seems very, very strange. The reply came almost instantly, and his tone was panicked. Ms. Priya, I was just about to message you. Arjun, he's not right. This morning, he caught something, an old silver bracelet with green stones in it. He refused to throw it back. On the way home, I heard him whispering in this weird voice. Finally, I found a worthy body. I'm scared. Ma'am, my heart just stopped. I looked out the window. Arjun was sitting in the yard, stroking the dead fish with this bizarre, intense focus. His eyes met mine, and just for a second, I saw a shadow move in his pupils, a gaunt figure with ghostly white eyes. That night, the nightmare came for me. I was woken up by a whisper right next to my ear. Arjun was lying there, his eyes closed, sweat soaking his pillow. His voice was weak and desperate, like it was echoing from a very distant place. Priya, save me. It's pulling me down. The bracelet. It's a gateway. Burn it, please. Arjun. I shook him, my heart pounding in my chest. Where are you? Tell me. In the lake. The Daayan spirit. It drowned there. It needs a body to come back. Arjun choked out the words, as if an invisible hand was squeezing his throat. And then, suddenly, silence. Arjun's eyes snapped open, but they were no longer pleading. They were black, cold, and challenging. Does my dream bother you, my love? That voice, or whatever was inside him, spoke with a terrifying sweetness that made my blood run cold. The next morning, while Arjun, or whatever was inhabiting him, was in the shower, I frantically searched the house. I found it. The silver bracelet. hidden in a small wooden box under the cabinet. It was ice cold to the touch, and the green stone glinted like an eye staring right at me. A sharp pain shot through my head, and visions flooded my mind. A woman in a white sari, crying by the lake before she plunged into the stormy water. I felt her hatred, a grudge that had festered for decades. I grabbed the bracelet and ran to the kitchen. I threw it into a cast iron pan on the stove, cranking the heat. Blue flames licked the bottom of the pan. The bracelet started to glow red, and a foul-smelling black smoke rose from it, carrying the sound of heart-wrenching wails. From the bathroom, a scream tore through the air, a sound that was not human. The bathroom door burst open. Arjun stumbled out, soaking wet, his eyes rolling back in his head. His voice split, sharp and loud, as if it was coming from two throats at once. Do you think you can banish me? I am already a part of him. I've touched his memories, his breath. You will share him with me, or you will lose him forever. In that moment of pure desperation, I found a spark of courage. I didn't just want to burn the bracelet. I wanted to sever the bond completely. I grabbed a pinch of salt from the counter, said to have purifying power, and sprinkled it over the glowing hot bracelet, whispering the prayers my mother had taught me as a child. There was a soft explosion. The bracelet cracked, and the green stone shattered into pieces. The black smoke vanished instantly, and Arjun collapsed onto the floor, unconscious. Trembling, I rushed over to check if he was still breathing. When he finally woke up, everything seemed to be back to normal. He remembered the fishing trip, finding the bracelet, and then just a hazy, confusing nightmare. For a while, I almost convinced myself it was all over, until one evening, while I was cleaning, I saw it under the bed. Deep in the shadows where the broom couldn't reach was a tiny fragment of the green stone. It was glowing faintly, like a sick, dying firefly. That night, as we were getting ready for bed, Arjun turned to me and stroked my hair. His voice was warm and gentle. "You know, I had the strangest dream," he whispered. "I dreamt I was a woman, crying by the lake. I felt so lonely, Priya. So lonely." His eyes were tender, his smile was gentle, but in that exact moment, I realized the horrifying truth. I hadn't expelled it. I had only forced it deeper, to blend more subtly into my husband's soul. The Daayan spirit no longer possessed him, it had become a part of him. I didn't know if I was embracing my husband or a horrifying hybrid of man and spirit. I didn't know if that gentle look in his eyes was real or just a perfect performance. And as Arjun tucked me in, whispering words of love, I lay there, stiff as a board, wondering if the being holding me close each night was my beloved husband, or just a warm coffin for a lonely ancient spirit. And I knew, with chilling certainty, that I would never be sure again. Thank you so much for joining me on this terrifying journey. If you enjoy stories that get under your skin, please hit that like button and subscribe for more. We'll see you in the next one. Stay safe. Stay safe.